That a good shot of nostalgia for you lot? Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm home, baby! Okay, so, like I warned last time, I will be playing Silent Hill and I'll be doing 4 parts. Just straight up 4 parts and nothing else. And I'm just gonna shut up and let this play. That was... never misses. Never misses. Huh. I seem to not have any more saves. May have just done. Doesn't matter. We're playing on normal. Now, the reason I let that play is twofold. First off, banger opening. I was struggling to just not hum along with it. Just to let it soak in. Second off, unlike many PS1 intros or just game intros, like pre-main menu intros, this one actually shows how we ended up here, as it, I'm assuming, is obvious. That's, yeah. Now, like I've said, I fucking love this game. I have an amount of nostalgia for this game that is unreal, and whenever I've replayed it, I found that it still hits just as good. And I think this is actually the first time I'm sitting down, headphones in my ears, and just listening to it. And honestly, the fact that I'm playing this right after... Okay, let's see. Yeah, no. Analog doesn't work. It feels far too bad. Yeah, this game has tank controls, and I understand that this is a difficult style to control for many people, and like I genuinely understand, and that's fine. But I've grown with this shit, so it's cool for me.
Cheryl? Is that Cheryl?
Just listen to this fucking music.
Where are you going?
It's like just barely like
Wait, stop.
not noise, and it works wonderfully for this eerie, atmosphere they're trying to create. Now, there's probably gonna be a lot of points where I just go like, I was thinking of how I could underline the fact that I would go silent, but then I realized that there is no way to do that. Point is, I might go silent just to let, everyone else soak in this atmosphere together with me. Because this game, it's best played by yourself. Genuinely. I, for some reason, always assumed this was a pig, because this trail here, like this twisted curly thing, reminded me of a giant pig's tail. But now I realize that it's probably guts. I think it's already a cliche at this point whenever Silent Hill is involved to just talk about the cinematography in this scene. Just how the angles are used to create unease. I'm obviously not gonna do that. What I do want to do is try to check out what happens if I want to go back. A dead end? What the hell? Yep. Things are getting weird. Weirder and weirder. And now they're taking a turn for the worst. Right. Now, one thing that I noticed, actually, there's so much shit to talk about, and I'm excited, and I'm also I also want to let the game speak for itself. What is this? Because of this sound, when I was young and when we played this, I just kind of assumed that this was some sort of butcher, factory, industrial meat processing plant. I also, for the first few playthroughs, didn't have the courage to let the sound play. Oh yeah, by the way.
What is this? What's going on here?
Hold on, let's see. Please, no, fuck. I don't like this version. These things, noises. Okay, let's just. These things, noises, I don't like them. I don't like their designs, genuinely. Alright, I'm just gonna take a quick break. Like, in the stream itself. Hold on. Let me just pause. I will blind you for a few seconds, because I need to look to see if I have the... Hold on. Where can I find it? Reset system. Because I do not want the US version. For fuck's... Exit game, there it is. Where is the change disk? Doesn't matter. Open game list. Let's see. Silent Hill Europe. There we go. Alright, good thing I actually paused, because... I turned off the view, because that is... Well, there was a spoiler on screen. Yeah, apologies for that. That is my bad. I didn't check that this was the US version, and it didn't click to me. Oh well. I'm just gonna quickly get right back where we were. Again, terrible apologies for that. I feel like I should let the intro play again because it's a bop, but yeah. Oh, fuck off. No. Oh god. Things don't work well when I start to get rushed, huh? No matter. The reason why... So, yeah, I complain about Lara Stalkers. They're one of the differences in the US version. I also feel like there's some missing notes or something, if I recall correctly. I just generally find the... I don't know, I just don't like the Stalkers. Or the Great Children, whatever they're called. Start. Normal. I don't know. I don't like them, and not in a ooh spooky and just kind of way. Plus, I mean, you know, if I can avoid getting in trouble because they're, I'm just gonna skip this. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to do that. Anyways, so that's a bit of a beginning for you all. Now, I am going to talk about the news that came out yesterday, which is, well, the new things that came out yesterday, which are the fact that so we've had trailers for both the gameplay and the story of Resident Evil 4's remake. And, well, I'm not a record, I have said that I do not really trust the remake for Resident Evil 4. Wait, I actually think I did mention it when I played the original, but the RE4 remake I kind of didn't trust, and I found it kind of pointless because I couldn't see a way to improve it. But, I mean, the trailers kind of shut that up. Gameplay-wise, it very much seems like a direct upgrade to it by adding fucking parries, and the on-screen prompt attacks seem to work very well. And the fact that I added stealth while seemingly underpowering Leon works very well for his whole special agent's shtick. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, shit, you can use knives to parry chainsaws, what's not to love? But there is one problem that I had, which was in the new trailers. Well, two problems really. First off, Luis Serra is kind of butt ugly. Like, there's at least in his appearance in the trailer, there's really not that much charm to him, which is, you know, kind of not in sticking with his version in the game.
What is this? What's going on here?
Should I talk about the Codeless Gamers version? There we go. These bastards still haunt my nightmares. So, should I talk about the Codeless Gamers remake of this thing as well? One thing at a time. So, yeah, Luis Serra kind of looks like his breath stinks of onion and cheese, and not in a good way.
Was I dreaming?
And everyone just seems to be an asshole.
How do you feel?
Oh, like I've been run over by a truck. But I'm all right, I guess.
Glad to hear it. You from around here? Why don't you tell me what happened?
Wait a second, I'm just a tourist. I came here for a vacation. I just got here. I don't know what happened. I'd like to find out myself. Have you seen a little girl? Just turned 7 last month, short, black hair. My daughter.
Sorry. The only person I've seen in this town is you.
Where is everybody?
I'd tell you if I knew, believe me. But from what I can tell, something bizarre's going on. That's all I know. What's your name?
Harry. Harry Mason.
Sybil Bennett. I'm a police officer from Brams, the next town over.
It's kind of fascinating for me to
The phones are all dead, and the radio too. I'm going back to call in some reinforcements.
See this game from like so up close.
Hold it. Where do you think you're going?
My daughter. I've got to find her.
No way. It's dangerous out there.
In that case, I need to find her now. Cheryl's my little girl. I can't just leave her out there by herself.
Have you got a gun?
No.
Bullshit, this is America.
Take this, and hope you don't have to use it. Now listen to me. Before you pull the trigger, know who you're shooting. And don't do it unless you have to. And don't go blasting me by mistake. Got it?
Yeah, thanks.
You do best to stay nearby. I'll be back with help as quick as I can.
You know, these models look really like big and chunky, but you gotta think like just there's so much detail. There's individual blinders, there's posters on the wall. This is amazing for a PS1 game. And sure, I'm one of the people who will say that the time a game came out isn't like an excuse for the game looking bad. And I still hold myself to that. I have always said that despite my enormous love for this game, you should not, like, if you can't enjoy the graphics, that is perfectly understandable, and you shouldn't feel, obligated to enjoy them just to get through this game. Like, it is understandable to be put off by these graphics. Oh boy, I like this part so much. Turn around. There you go. He saw it. He definitely saw it. Alright. Yeah, let's save. I actually beat this game on hard mode. Yeah. I used there's a script that was placed in so that you don't get stuck at a final boss, which I guess used to be able to beat it. Spoilers, there's gonna be a final boss.
Huh.
Radio. What's going on with that radio? I love this part because you're not supposed to have, figured out to equip the handgun so it looks like he's threatening the radio with a handgun. Oh dear. Alright, I think I have made a mistake because there's one thing I always do, which is... Oh, auto-aiming, it's on. I don't know if that saves between things or it's just on by default. This is not a dream. What's happening to this place? Okay, one of the things that many people comment about when it comes to Silent Hill is the fact that, well, the weird and awkward pauses in dialogue. And I get that, but I'm pretty sure... Look at this glass! Look at it! You don't get shit like that on the PS1. Sorry, maybe it's because of this game, but I have an inherent fascination with how lower-powered consoles did shit like 3D. Actually, let's see if he comments on the window. He does not. Boo. When I first saw these, I thought they were like matchstick. Yeah, matchboxes. Yeah, I was gonna say matchstick boxes. But yeah. So I have a bit of a problem with the fact that Louis, looks really butt ugly and very much not far from the dashing Hispanic he's supposed to be in game. Okay, let me see if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, I am. Let's go get loaded, my guys. Hi there. I don't need to fight him. One of the weird things with this game is that you're kind of not motivated to really avoid fights, unlike Resident Evil, because you either like completely ignore enemies in the overworld and just run around them, or especially the rompers, because there's just really no point to beating them, because you're not gonna go there like back there frequently, or you kill them because they block off your progression in the other world. Plus, you can afford it because this game isn't necessarily mechanically all that hard if you keep your wits about you and you familiarize yourself with the controls. So you don't need to be like some sort of good gamer to get through it. And besides, you can honestly play it on normal or easy, which honestly neither of them is all that difficult. And you'll still have pretty much the same experience as someone playing it on hard. Like, genuinely, I've played through this game on hard, and I would lie if I told you you should, because it, like, again, it wasn't necessarily all that difficult. I did die a few more times than I normally do. Wait, well, I did die a few more times than I normally don't. But that, honestly, just, I feel like that doesn't matter. I don't know. I feel like the way this game works, normal difficulty is perfectly fine. If you're like not very confident in your abilities, you can play it on easy. Or you're an actual child, like I was when I played it. Oh god. Yeah, repeat. Because of the repeat, you may get anxious because, oh god, it's happening again. And we shall see if that is the case. But look, we're already here and it's still bright. Let's see what we find the other way. Okay, so here's one of the things where hard mode does actually make a difference. Normally here, you don't have a dog. Like, it's basically a safe area. But in hard mode you actually do, and it scared the shit out of me the first time it happened because, well, I have some more stories about things that changed in this game despite me not remembering. Like, things seeming to change. Like the Mandela effect, or me noticing something that I was certain wasn't there before.
Isn't the Cheryl sketchbook?
She's at the school. Alright, so yeah. Resident Evil 4's remake has become a game that I'm not eagerly, but I'm looking forward to seeing. Because I don't think it's gonna be bad. Because Resident Evil 3 seems to be cursed to just like be the worst of the well-regarded Silent Hills. Which is kind of sad. Wonder if they're gonna remake 5 and 6. That's gonna be a hoot. But yes, one of the things that I love about these games is that, so I'm not American, I believe that is blatantly obvious, but what I am is familiar with America, and just the way this game being made by Japanese people has turned it into a kind of uncanny valley of, like, it's kind of American, but with the fog and the fact that it's designed by non-natives. Well, I say natives. I hope what I'm talking about is obvious. Makes it kind of not, and it's fascinating to see. So yeah, that's kind of what I have to say on the Resident Evil 4. I have also a problem with the fact that everyone bar Leon seems to be a bit more of a jackass. But then again, it's just a fucking trailer. And speaking of just fucking trailers, I find myself intrigued and far better disposed towards Silent Hill F. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still very much like in a I'm watching you situation. But I noticed a couple of things. First off, and one of the other reasons why I left the intro playing. Oh dear. Let's see how we're doing for health. We are fine. We've only been nibbled. So, one of the things that I noticed is that the background music is very, very reminiscent, and I think it's the actual same melody as the background, as the intro music for this game. And this combined with the fact that someone who is actually music savvy mentioned that the F right there, I think it was either Jake Baldino or someone in his comments. I used to watch Game Ranks, then I got a recommendation for his channel. But yeah, so the fact that someone else pointed out that that specific way F is written, well, it's usually used to represent the forte, like represent forte in music, which I have no fucking idea what that is. But what I do know is that the combination of using a musical sign in the title and using a musical theme of the first Silent Hill kind of hints to me that, you know, this like my initial reaction of, oh, they moved it to Japan and made it traditionally Japanese may have been over. I mean, it's obviously overblown. Like I'm not, I wasn't deluding myself even back then, but it might have been actually misplaced due to the fact that it might genuinely be a interpretation of, or at least it is a genuine attempt of interpreting Silent Hill in a different way, specifically the original. Now, why I've been waiting so much, because I wanted to get, that out of the way. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious what's supposed to have happened here, or at least I hope it is. I don't know, actually, now that I think about it, it's not really clear what's supposed to have happened here. Like, a bird tried to fly underneath this and smack, or did somebody just try to play basketball with his head? I kind of find the second option kind of goofy, but again, when I was young, I played this game a lot with my cousins. It was one of our traditions, and they actually managed to convince me that either the head or all the blood wasn't there initially. And I did actually believe them. Now, obviously, logically speaking, this can't be the case, and I knew even back then, but or did I? I don't remember, but it's a bit of a spooky thing to feel. So yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to Silent Hill Forte, because I may very well be wrong, and I'm perfectly fine with having egg on my face. Because I'd rather, be skeptical and be proven wrong than be optimistic and be disappointed, Like, there's nothing to gain from getting hyped, but, well, I'm kind of already seeing signs that my skepticism may be misplaced. Now, one other thing that I believe bears discussing. First off, no, this isn't the one with the guy with a pyramid for a head. And more to the point, for people who are not familiar with Silent Hill at all, so the canon of this series is really, really loose. I am considering doing a proper video, proper YouTuber video, where I talk about the actual story of Silent Hill, which is just me recounting verbatim the events of the games. And maybe I also add a mention of notes that you find around. But the main purpose is to basically show to people that all the ideas, all the preconceptions kind of that are about at least the Team Silent games. So first off, the canon is really loose, extremely loose, looser than stool after choose your own favorite Mexican joint. God, I've been talking all this time over this wonderfully dreadful ambience. Yeah, so here's the thing. You're supposed to try and get to school through all these roads, and you notice that, oh, they're fucked up. And you're supposed to ask yourself why. Oh dear, this one particularly looks awful. I used to have dreams about this, man. I think I've talked about it on stream. I'll probably talk again. But yeah, it basically kind of feels like Silent Hill is literally got upended out of reality itself, like the town. Now, what I want to talk about is, hold on, let me just, one of the memes. Nothing. Oh wait. So yeah, if you, God, there's so much to talk about. One of the memes is that, you know, if you go to the doghouse and you interact with it without having read that note first, Harry goes, a doghouse, but I can't be sure since there's no dog around. And people meme a lot about it. And I kind of get it. But yeah. Americans, do your houses actually look like this? This looks very, very weird to me. Maybe it's just a PS1. Look! Not Coca-Cola. Not cola, I don't know. So, what you're supposed to do is you get into this house, you get, you know, you walk up here because you realize that, oh wait, I can pass through here. Then you read this map which shows you where the keys are, keys for Eclipse. Ooh. And you go to the places where I've been and you find these 3 keys, which are all allusions to what's it? The Wizard of Oz, you know, the lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow, which is one allusion to a story about people, you know, somebody getting basically isekai'd. I have no idea whether that's thematically relevant. That can be done into a thematic analysis and all that, but that is not the point of this stream, or at least I won't get to anything like this. God, I love this ambience. Menacing. You know, keys for Eclipse. I love the darkness in this game. It's the best one in any of the Silent Hill games because it actually feels oppressive due to, you know, the fact that they couldn't they basically couldn't render anything outside of this, you know, so literally what you don't see behind the darkness is actually not there, you know, like graphically speaking. So it really gives the darkness this heaviness. You also can just turn your light off and just keep running, and the enemies apparently don't listen to you, but I don't really care about that because that's not something we really need to worry about. Oh dear. So what you're supposed to do is just see, so you're supposed to try every road to get to school, and you realize, oh, that's not possible. Wait, what is this? Doghouse, Levin Street. So you go to Levin Street, you find a doghouse, and because, you know, people leave shit like under the mat, you're supposed to make the connection that, oh wait, that house key is for that house. But I was a kid, and I was really fucking up, and we're gonna be back here sometime later. I did not realize that would be the case, which resulted in one of the times that we got blocked. I think I eventually found out online that you can do that, but that's neither here nor there. Point is, I wonder if Duck Station has some form of like I don't know, buffing the abilities of the, like, to make the game run at in a fashion more comparable to something that I would have on my computer, like if it were running on my computer than if it were running on a PS1, because this is PS1 accurate. This is how the game runs on the PS1. It is very graphics intensive. Yes, you may stop laughing. I really fucking hate these sprite built bushes. I can never not notice leaves and bushes that are just a flat sprite orientating itself to look to be seen like dead on by the player. I just don't like it. Oh my god. I have so much to talk about. But yeah, so that's how it was supposed to go. Now, obviously, I know this game by heart, which, duh. Now, I'm just gonna let this silence just sink in. Alright, the silence has sunk in enough. I seem to recall there being some first aid kit around here, but... Oh yeah, there is. Alright. Actually, like, this game used to really populate my dreams back when we hadn't finished it. I remember one of the funnier dreams that I've had was that we discovered that there was a jump button and we could actually just jump like off the ledges, and we found some sort of resistance type thing being there, and it was all sunny and nice. God, it's certainly in bad taste. I don't even know what that's such a bizarre. This is such a bizarre moment. Yeah, this is the teacher's lounge. Did I take the map? Yes, I did. Okay, now for those of you playing the game for the first time, there's like something that is clearly meant to draw your attention, you know, especially with this shot. Like, ooh, there's blood and it's written in red, and it's clearly written, and you're taught to inspect shit. So, you know, you read these and you will get hints as to what to do next. Now, because I have played this game more times than, well, I knew to count when I first played it. I think. I don't need it. Oh dear. These things emerging out like from the darkness are one of my most anxiety-inducing imagery of all time. Genuinely, if I walk my dog during the night, I prefer to do it in the darkness, because the flashlight just illuminating from my phone, the flashlight just illuminating that like specific way just brings that image to mind too much, and I have felt genuinely uncomfortable at times. Yep. God damn it. Alright, we might need to heal. Yeah. We've got... This, like I've said, this game isn't difficult. Like, genuinely. You only really die if you get careless or freak out. What we have here is called a larval stalker, and oh my god, they're absolutely precious. Well, until later. But yeah. Now, back onto what I wanted to do about the actual story of Silent Hill. So, there are a lot of assumptions about like what Silent Hill is, and a lot of expectations that people have about this series based on the reputation that the second game has, which combined with... Hold on, I think there's a dude here. So I'm just allowed to walk in like silence. Huh. Huh. Nope, nothing here. Wait, is there really nothing here? Well then, I really don't feel like going through the classrooms because, well, I don't have to. Again, I advise anyone who like believes they can get past the like crunchy graphics and controls, like I genuinely recommend you try to play this game, because you're only doing yourself a disservice. Here is one of the most confusing bits of the game. Why is a just this is just a chemical, like a science laboratory, well, chemical laboratory, I think, storage unit, and it has such menacing music. I will not explain the logic of how to solve the puzzles, because I genuinely want to live, like, you'll see me solving them, but you'll probably not remember all the details, and if you've come back to this stream to see how to do them, then hi. Why though? Genuinely, why? You're depriving yourself of the chance to figure them out yourself, and trust me, it's one of the better feelings when you do figure them out. Oh dear. Right, so let's see what else can I gush about. Wait, let's just... I think there will be enemies in here now, right? Or not. I used to be so scared of this area. I don't know why. It just felt too uncanny. You know, too, like, close to home for some reason. And I would always just let my older cousin play... Well, my younger cousin, actually. Like, he's older than me, but younger than his sister. So, I'd always let him play because he wasn't as chicken shit as I was, I guess. I don't know, specifically this part. Like, I was even fine with the other world, though obviously I usually just let him play through the entire school, and then I do the rest of the game. The Resident Evil style. Let's see if there's anything in these bathrooms. Ooh, the infamous bathroom ghost. I find myself on edge, even though I know this game like the back of my fucking palm. Maybe I'm just that chicken shit. Yeah, there's a poem there, you use it to solve this puzzle. Alright. I think it's this, this, no, this, and this. I was wrong. Alright then, this, this, and this? Nope. This, and this. Wrong. Oh, god damn it. Alright, close your eyes, kids. First, dove, raven. Dove. Wait. This, and this. Yeah! Alright. So... yeah. So I wanted to make a series where, and I'm still thinking about it, about just like talking and just underlying just basically what happens, because a lot of people assume a lot more about what's going on in Silent Hill than you actually are given, and that wouldn't be a problem if people are making their own assumptions, but they aren't. They're just taking fanon as canon. And I have my own interpretations. Others have their own interpretations, and my point is just like guys, just play through the fucking games yourselves, and don't just take what other people say as a like. Okay, let me just remember which way the. Okay, I just remembered. Fuck. Just don't just take what other people say for like as gospel, because a lot of people have their own assumptions, and the fact that we keep getting like Silent Hill that's basically always just like, oh, Funky Town is just basically like Eldritch therapist is just such a shameful reduction. Let's see, am I wrong? I was not wrong. I didn't remember if this door was open, and I don't know if the door. Oh dear. Oh dear. Off. But yeah, just that's not necessarily the case, is my point, and as such, I think you're doing yourself a disservice if you're treating it as the de facto canon. And de facto canon sounds like some sort of My Hero Academia quirk. So yeah, so basically that's just what I'm trying to say, and that would be the core point of doing the series, just talking about what actually happens, and explaining like common interpretations and where they come from, and bugger off. And I'm going to like refrain from giving things my own interpretation, I guess. And by the way, so speaking of interpretations, these plastic bottles, I initially thought they were graffiti cans. I have no idea what they are, but they kind of look like plastic bottles in which, for example, in the labs that I've worked in, we use them to just hold water, and we put like a long straw kind of thing on there, like on the top of them, and we use them to basically when we need like concentrated but small stream or narrow stream of water, But I think they can also be used as bottles of saline for medical purposes, and I think that is what we're supposed to assume, which is, I want to underline the first point you see something that is medical, or you might assume is medical. Now the stream's been running for a while, which is great because I've been pissing myself.
Where am I?
That's just it. Just cut to the cyberpunk music.
Have I been here before? I don't remember this being here before.
All right. So, like I was saying, I mean, I'm not gonna call this a break point. I just need to take a quick bio break, and I will come right back. You might call it unprofessional. I just called it. But yeah, I've been pissing myself since the start of this stream, and I need to evacuate. I have returned. Alright. Things have gotten funky. Alright. Now, this bit is very much a navigation puzzle. Like this entire part, you're supposed to figure out first off which way you're supposed to go, and which way you can't go, and how to finally go there. I think this is one of the first, like, really kind of not memorable, that's kind of a wrong word to use here, but striking, I think that's the best way to call it, striking images in the game. I generally wonder if like the auto aim isn't on by default. Yeah, we're doing good. You don't have a limit to like how many items you can hold in your inventory, but items do have a stack limit. Oh, okay, I don't want to be here. At least not yet, if I recall. Oh wait, I will need to be there. Because that's the way I get back to the original. Yeah, I'm just trying to get here. Honestly, mostly for this. But yeah, so okay, let's just see if I can go this way. I cannot, which means that the only way to go is that way, and then I open this door. If I recall correctly. I recall correctly, yes. Righto. So, yeah, these are some of the weirder enemies, especially because these are kind of like reoccurring in this series, which is weird as balls. Balls. Oh yeah, I forgot I made this. Oh wait, what? But there's... oh dear, there's 3 of you. Huh, apparently not. Well, I remembered things wrong. Huh. Wouldn't be a first time. I don't find much point in killing enemies. Oh dear. In places where you aren't really going to be running into them again. There's a third one. Fuck off. Foff. I'm just gonna make a save here just to be sure that I don't have to redo however much of the school I'd have to redo if I fucking died. Though again, I'm unlikely to die, but then again, I am very stubborn about healing, even in these scenarios. So, yeah. Look at these walls. What's up with them? Like, what's the texture supposed to be? And, you know, you might be thinking, like, oh, well, exactly, what is it? What's wrong with it? It's really unclear. That's bad. But think of it this way, and this is what I keep insisting about this game's graphics. And again, it's if you genuinely can get over them, that's fine. But give it a try, because just the way these graphics work, it genuinely makes things hard to make out, which again might sound like a bad thing, might be a bad thing, but I'd urge you to try to see it as, well, not that. Oh dear. Try to see it as the game literally emulating a nightmare, you know, where just you can kind of make out things, but they're just like vaguely threatening. And did I get hit? Did that hit me? Not apparently. But yeah, like the game is kind of like a nightmare where you see things and they're vaguely threatening, but you're not really sure what they are. And I feel like that gives its horror a very, very like strong, lasting effect. Ah, dear, looky. The painting that we saw has become a real door, but this real door will be opened by using a painting of a key. It's like a key where one end has those 3 dots and the other one has those 3 squares and the other one has a key on it. All right. Now, you all remember probably what happened a few minutes ago, right? Where I went into the bathroom on the 2nd floor and something spooky happened. I just want you all to see this. So now you hear enemies where there were none previously. There's this grate here where there was none previously. And that is because we are on the 2nd floor, not the 1st floor anymore. So when we go in here... I keep forgetting for some reason that that's the way things are here. Genuinely. I just keep forgetting that this part is just kind of like a weird spooky thing for genuinely no reason. And this game dabbles a lot in that. A lot of its horror comes from just like scary things that aren't explained. For those of you who have seen the movie, this is what the guy she pulls a key out the mouth of in the school is referencing. The monster lurks. I genuinely don't remember if this is relevant or is just again one of the spooks that is just added there. What the fuck? Did I open this previously? Oh well. No matter. Nom, 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 nom. Oh wait. So this, yeah, so if I recall correctly, this one's blocked, yes. Because you're meant to go out through that door. That scared me so much first time around.
Cheryl!
Oh dear. You know, of all the hell that I've seen in, well, any artistic representation, I can't help but feel that Silent Hill is probably the most, like Silent Hill's Otherworld is probably the most apt one. It's just so often hell is just kind of like a lava land, you know, just oh dear, where am I going through here? Just, you know, hostile lava land. And I can't help but oh dear, he intercepted me. God damn, I need to heal. Okay, there seem to be no enemies, so I might as well look for some shotty shells. Just this fucking music, man, gives me the wheelies. did you get scared, listener? I mean, I hope you did in an enjoyable way. Wait, this is a classroom key, right? No, library reserve. Okay, I know what I gotta do. Yep. This game is not easy to commentate over because my brain also kind of wants to immerse itself in this delightfully horrific atmosphere. So it kind of just tells me like, dude, shush, shush, shush. Listen, it's the good bit. So yeah. I apologize if my commentary is not up to snuff, but I am sharing my favorite game with you all, so you should feel, you know. I feel like that's enough commentary in its own. Let's see. Do we get a title here? Should I do a dramatic reading? Let's see. Hearing this, the hunter armed with bow and arrow said, "I will kill the lizard." But upon meeting his opponent, he held back, taunting, "Who's afraid of a reptile?" Oh dear, I noticed that you're quite far away from me. Hold on, let me just get you up here, close and personal, up in my space. At this, the furious lizard hissed, "I'll swallow you up in a single bite." Then the huge creature attacked, jaws opened wide. This was what the man wanted. Calmly drawing his bow, he shot into the lizard's gaping mouth. Effortlessly, the arrow flew, piercing the defenseless maw, and the lizard fell down dead. Also, that's the lizard, like in the image. That's the lizard that they're referring to. I wonder if that's gonna be relevant. This is from an old fairy tale. Fairy tale? God. I remember reading it as a kid. So, yeah. Oh dear. I keep hearing scratching, not scratching, like this strange repeated noise. Oh. Of course. I forgot of one of the puzzles of the game. Namely, there's this puzzle up here which, again, caused me some trouble when I was but a wee lad. Because I found myself, okay, so this puzzle is pretty, like, obvious, you know, in the context of having all the items that you need. Because you see this key here, like, hanging keys just out of reach. And then, you know, you follow, like, this drain, and you see this, and you can turn it, and it will start evacuating water. And yeah, maybe I could plug it up somehow. I wonder what item in my inventory can be potentially used to plug up a, you know, a hole. And there we go, that's the puzzle. Now the problem with that is that the key obviously flushes down. But the problem with that is that it's not quite clear where. And you have to intuit. And the problem with that is that I did not. So what I did is I just kind of walked around and just like assumed it fell in the room underneath. Because at this point, you know, rules are kind of breaking, like reality is broken apart at this point. It's unraveled. So it's safe to assume that, you know, things no longer like follow shit like, let's say, a pipe drain. So yeah, but the place where you gotta go is just the drain, like in the courtyard. And you just go there, you grab the thing, and let's see, it's here on the left. It's either here on the left or to our right. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You know, I wonder, does the music eventually fade away? Because I don't remember ever spending enough time to the point where, you know, the music might fade away. But genuinely, like, after a while, this place might genuinely become kind of normalized, which I'm not gonna get in a huff about, really, because there's not much point. Like, it's just the nature of spending time in here. But well, I'll be. Ah, God damn it. I tried. Oh dear. You know what? This is a good time to run. So, yeah, like I was saying, this music, I feel like it could get repetitive. So I sincerely hope, for the sake of, you know, enjoyment, that there is genuinely no, like that the music does eventually just fade away. Well then, we are nearing the end of this playthrough. Well, playthrough, this section of playthrough. There's just so much to enjoy about this game, because there's just like so much suffering, like human suffering, you know, but in the same way it's done in such a way that, at the same time, it's done in such a way that it makes it feel inhuman. Like, it feels like such a fundamentally, I don't know. Alright, let's see. Hold on, I actually need to think. Okay, I think I have thought enough. I have not thought enough. Wait, actually, I think I can still do this. There we go. That looks like the solution. Yep. We got this. I wonder why this thing... Yeah, there we go! Does this bring anything to mind? unironically, I believe that this is kind of the best one among like boss fights.
What was that? Who in the hell was that?
Yep. I always love the way this like part of the game feels like you basically wake up after a long night. I really appreciate it. But so I think I'm just gonna head on to Kay Gordon's house and just, you know, save the game, and I think I'm gonna call it a day here. It just, I don't know, it like the inside of the school feels really fucking peaceful for, well, I guess what's been going on. Balkan Church. It's a weird name. Genuinely. This moment feels like a genuine, like earned moment of peace. And I really appreciate that. And we are back again into the foggy streets. By the way, someone more savvy than me could possibly point out all the like shoutouts. By the way, the usage of this key, you're supposed to like gleam it from ouch, from a registry where you can find like her address. But if nothing, you know, you also have that specific like angle, like not shot angle change. Oh, look, there's a dropped plate on the floor. I wonder what it could mean. Well then, 43 minutes. I feel like I did well. But alas, all good things must come to an end. And I will do the next part after I beat the next Dark Souls Lord Soul. I might actually go ahead and switch back up to Dark Souls 2. But then again, I don't really feel like I have much more commentary to add. And, you know, I feel like I'm dragging on a bit right now. So I might as well just, you know, wrap it up here. Maybe if I find more things to shoot the shit about later today, I might. But that's, you know, a might between asterisks. So yeah, that's gonna be that for today, and I will see you lot the next time.